What is going on, guys? Blink here, back with a new video. We'll be talking about potential ideas that are not in Fortnite, but would potentially improve the game if they were. Also, the V-Bucks giveaway is still going on, so make sure to visit the link in the description to enter. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, as I do post an Amazon gift card code in the comments every time I upload. By turning on notifications, you'll have a way better chance of getting here first and redeeming that code. Anyways, guys, let's get this video started. Being able to see your teammates' resources would be pretty nice, I must say, as this game revolves heavily around building. Maybe your team needs some resources, but you have no clue. Now, yeah, they can tell you they're low on resources, but that doesn't always happen. So I made a super simple overlay as an example of what it could look like. I was gonna change the whole user interface, but decided there was no need for that. Anyways, you'd have the utilities bar right under the HP bar. It would display the amount of materials each teammate has. Very useful when you guys are on the go. You can take a look and drop anything that is needed without asking. Especially if you're the hotshot of the team, you'd make sure your teammates have resources before you guys get into any more action. Epic Games should add a detailed end screen that would display a bunch of stats between your team. Here's an example I made. Now, I know they have a simple one for solos, but one that would show each teammate's stats and work for duos and squads would be pretty cool. And as a fun bonus, add some stats like who had the highest damage, most kills, longest time alive, and many more. You would work harder for the highest damage or most kills stat, because I'm not sure how you guys are with your friends, but me and my friends would troll each other or talk smack if we got the good stats, and that would make for a much more fun experience in my opinion. Now, there isn't that much information in this concept, but maybe you guys can give me some more ideas on what I can add, and maybe I'll remake a new concept with a lot more details. But you guys get the point. Work harder for that extra pleasure at the end. You know those smack talking moments you have with your friends explaining how you're better than them? Well, why not settle it in a 1v1 arena? I was looking through Reddit and I saw a post that was made by the name of this guy, and I think this would be super sweet. You would be able to have a deep customization option, like set the amount of materials you can have, make your own 5-slot loadouts, or make them locked to be the same. And lastly, set a medkit or some sort of shield into the loadout, as learning to defend yourself while healing is really important too. I say this game mode would be pretty damn fun and super helpful to people that want to improve drastically. I can say that I've learned most of my building in solos because I'm able to focus on one person and not 3. Now, maybe if you've mastered building, then playing solo squads would be the next use to you. But back to the 1v1. So Epic Games can even add an elo system, since there's a lot of people that don't want Fortnite to have a competitive battle royale mode, so maybe the 1v1 arena with an elo rating would be a better option. You'd be able to search for other players in your elo range. To add to this, they can use the current map to make multiple little areas you can fight at. So parts of the map would be choosable, but you can only go so far because the storm is surrounding both of you, just to make sure one of you don't go running off halfway across the map. So in my concept right now, from the top, you would see a countdown timer, which would give you a certain amount of time to choose your options. Next would show both player names, then your elo right under the loadout, and on the loadout, you can click on a weapon which would allow you to replace another weapon in that slot. Then the next button, which would lead you to the settings option. I didn't make a settings concept because this video would be 20 years long, but it would display stuff like how long games go on for, or how much time until the storm starts closing in, and you guys would vote on that. But yeah, this whole concept is just to give you guys an idea. Obviously, there's a lot more that would have to go into this, but let's continue. So lastly, at the bottom, you would vote for a map. Once again, these maps would enclose around the storm, which would stop anyone from avoiding the fights. This idea would be pretty cool, maybe even if Epic added it for a limited time mode, just to see if players would enjoy it. Let me know if you guys think this would be a pretty cool idea or not such a good idea. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Alright, so this last concept is not made by me, and it's not something I think should be in the game, because building is what makes this game fun, but I really like the video concept, so I decided to share it here. If you guys want to hear the video with sound, then check the link in the description for the original video. As you guys can see, it's a first person mode concept, and the building won't go hand in hand, since I'm sure you'll feel pretty nauseous. I thought this was a pretty cool perspective on how first person would look, but man, you're gonna be feeling sick after every game because of all that turning from building. The only way I can see this happening is in a limited time mode. Permanently? Heck no. There are also a few issues with this, which are your player model isn't visible, which means Epic would have to make gun skins for them to make any income off first person players. The other thing is they would have to fix the random bloom, because the mode wouldn't work if you have your sight pointed on someone, but the bullet decides to whiz to the right. For all you guys worrying that they'll end up adding it, in their FAQ they stated that they don't plan on adding it in. Overall, the concept looks fun to mess around in, but I'd be back in third person probably after a game or so. Once again, maybe a limited time mode, but it just wouldn't work out in Fortnite. Alright guys, that concludes the video. Now, as I said, these are personal opinions, and some of these things can actually help improve the game. I want to plan on making this a video series. I won't to stop making guides, but I'm going to have about 4 to 5 different video series, which are guides, patch notes, new concept ideas, which is this video, and a few other things which I cannot mention yet, but they are pretty exciting, and I'm sure you guys will really love the new series too. I had fun making this video, and I want to know if you guys would like this series to be a regular thing. You guys can even give me some ideas, and if I like them, I'll credit you and make a concept for the different ideas you guys come up with, which would be pretty cool. Also, let me know what you guys think about each concept we talked about, as I would like to hear some opinions or improvements. And lastly guys, remember to be subscribed and turn on notifications to stay notified when any new videos come out. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.